Okay, so for part two, I'm gonna work with some unit tests here for my class, for my ticketing system class. But before I do that, I just want to fix this string build issue that I have going on. And I realized, for some reason, let me shorten here a little bit, just give me some space, some lines here. For some reason, I realized where is it? Oh, here. For some reason, my IDE did not properly um, my IDE did not properly inform me that I should import this datetime formatter. And for some reason, it's giving me a undeclared variable datetime formatter. I guess that's the way, datetime formatter. And that's not really the best of messages an IDE should give. I'm pretty sure with a modern and more modern IDE like VS Code, that won't be a problem. But yeah, so I should definitely import this to datetime formatter, whatever. And go ahead and import that and say import Java. What is it under? Time? I think it's time. Let me just say time. Just say that. Not really sure. Let me see. I could be wrong. Okay, and I'm wrong. Let me see. Another data formatter. Let me see this again. Let me say. Let me see that. All right, so it's Java time format, time formatter. Okay, let me go ahead and run this again. Okay, so now we have ticket number one at 6:46. We have here 6:46 and 23 seconds and 24 seconds and 25 seconds. This we have a ticket number one all the way to ticket number 10. This is more like it. This is definitely more like it. Let me do some cases on this. Create a test case here. Okay, what do I need here? What do I need here? Let me remove this. Move that. Let me remove that. Okay. So now let me something like this. Alright, I'm gonna say what am I gonna test? I'm gonna test let me say I'm gonna test like the ticket generate. Alright, say ticket generate. Say like tickets. Actually, I don't need to write. Let me say ticket generate like that's the correct number. Let me just see. Like, it's always important to be as descriptive. The naming. Say Q. Let's say ticket here. And we're gonna call this Q. Say new linked list. And I'm gonna say let me call that ticketing system here. I'm gonna say ticketing. Say generate tickets, and I'm gonna generate like 3 here. Let me just say Q. Wait, hold on, let me see actually where it goes. Is it an integer first? Oh, okay. The count is okay. So it's let me say 3 year. Okay. Um, what's this? I gotta import here as well. Okay. Let me go ahead and import that. What is this? Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. I'm letting the ID code for me here. The exception again. All right. Let me just throw your this interrupted exception. Exception. Oh, should be throws. Let's see, throws. Okay, that's much better. Oh yeah, okay. So the ticketing system. Okay, yeah, and so let me assert. All right, I want to assert here, and I hope I make no mistakes here moving forward. I want to assert that it should on queue exactly like 3, right? Say I'm gonna assert 3, right? And I'm gonna use like the size of, say like that. All right. See something here. Let's. Yeah, but then hold on. Do something like this. All right. Um, let me actually let me fail this real quick here. Fail this. Okay. Perfect. All right. Let me do a. Let me say like say something here. Let me say as expected. If it's let's say no equal to 3. Let me say that is expected. And let me use a ticketing system here. And we go on ticket here. And let me just shorten this to T. So I'm writing everything here again. Let me assert. Let me see. Let me assert. Let me see null. Alright, let me assert the null here. And let me say T. And I know I don't have any. Wait, do I? I think I do. Did I write that? Ah, I didn't. So let me test this here. Let me say. Let me see. No. Wait, hold on. But then. Okay. Let me say. Say equals. Wait, if this is a. It should not be null, right? And let me change your. Say like. Not. Right? Because then that's gonna be true. If I assert it to null. No, okay, if the size is 0, it's gonna be true. And I don't want to test that. I want to test and let me say expected. Let me say get the number here. something like this. This is like ticket mismatch, right? Yeah, so the ticket should not be null, and this is like the ticket mismatch that we are testing here. I want to see if there's any mismatch there. And to be more specific, I'll just say that like, let me do like something like number, right? Let me assert again. Let me do an assert, not null. Again, let me say. Let me say get timestamp. Let me say timestamp. Right, and here is just to say that the timestamp, right, should not be null. This is the message that would console that will be displayed on the console. Should not be null. All right. What else we have here? All right, so I'm gonna let me hold on. Let me compile this first. See what we got here. Okay. All right. Let me do. I don't want to do too many of this, but let me just say. Let me test the. Tickets into. Let me see. And just queue. And I'll say queue. Now I know for sure it's ticketing system. I don't want to do the same mistake. Right, ticket. Queue. Right. It's gonna be new linked. You know, I could do it before each, but then I might not queue everything here. So I'm gonna test the queue everything. Or should I? I don't know. Okay, let me just save me some time here because like okay, so here, what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna do something different. Okay, so I'm gonna test just use okay, so let me say something like say is equals to 1, and let me say if I is less than or equal to say 3. Let me say plus plus. Let me say new ticketing system, and I'll call ticket method here. Say local daytime here. Right. I gotta import that as well. Let me just go ahead and import everything at this point. So might as well just. Hold on. All right. Let me just go ahead and put here. say ticketing system here. That's correct. All right, let me say process. And I'm gonna search true, right here. And I said true. Let me say here. I'm gonna say it's empty, right? Empty, right? Which just means like that's a typo. Which just means like after serving all, right, the queue must be empty, right? The interrupted exception needs to be handled. Okay, let me handle this interrupted exception here. Seems like I'll probably need that for all cases here. Let me say throws interrupted exception. Where was I? So I was explaining, yeah, so let me say right after all, after serving all basically. Empty, right? We're testing that. Let me see that. Okay, we succeeded. What else should I test? Let me say it's gonna be a long one here. Let's say, yeah, this is gonna be very long because this is I guess that's what I need. Yeah, 3 test cases, all cases, cases. All right, let me test one more here in the normal case here. The normal and let me say test. What am I testing this time? Let's see. What am I testing? Let me test because I had some issues with that. So let me say ticket. How do I do this? The string, right? Format. I want to test that. Let's see if that's something I want to, something specific I want to see if it works. So let me say local date, time, say fixed, let's call it fixed time here, and I'll call the local date time. Just like off here, and I'll say 2025. Where's 2025? Where's 5? 2025. Let me say 6. Right? Because let me see the format again. No, actually, this is actually, I don't even need to see the format. This is a local daytime, so that's a class. All right, so within this class, let me say, let me say 19, what is that? 7 is 19. I'll just do 0 zeros for now, to be honest. Save me some time. And say and let's say fixed time here. All right, I'm gonna assert. Let me see what am I gonna assert. I'm gonna assert equals here. Let me try to conjure. Let's say. All right. Let me say. Let me fail this, right? Let me fail. Actually, as a matter of fact, yeah. Let me fail. Or no, let me not fail. Let me try to see. Let me see. Yeah, let me just fail this. Let me just say 0, 0, 1. And let me say 19, 0, 0, right? Let me put another 0 here. What's going on? And we're testing here the string anyways. All right. Let's see. Do I have a typo somewhere here? Because what do you mean? What do you mean the package ticketing seat? Oh yeah, there's a typo. Where though? Where? Over here. Okay. Man, I'm so bad with this. Man, with this typos here, it's crazy. Let me just compile that. String. Okay. All right, so 005. And that is correct because yeah, we have 5 over here, so it should be 5. That is correct because we have 5 here, so it should be 5. Hold on. Let me compile that. Let me copy. Let me save. Let me run. Okay, we succeeded with that. Let me test some edge cases here now. I'll say let me just write this under. And I'll simply just test like 0 tickets. Q. All right, so Q. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna throw me that interrupted exception because I'm using here this Q. Let me say throws interrupted exception. All right, Q. All right, let me say kill your, let me say 0. All right. Yeah, let me say 0. And this is really just like, no tickets. All right, should be unkeyed, right? Is that even correct? And I'll say assert. Let's say assert true. And let's check if the Q. Say Okay. Oh, I forgot here. It should be ticketing system here. But let me say, did I type this correctly? See if I typed that correctly. So let me see. I wrote here ticketing system. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Okay, I've queued here. What do you mean incompatible types? Like this. Did I don't see any typo here. I just saw a typo issue here. Like this over here. Ticketing system. Generate ticket. What? Hold on. Let me do this one more time. I don't see it though. Let me see. It's also ticket. Right. System. And I'm gonna say generate. Yeah, I don't see any issue here. Tickets. I don't see anything wrong here. Okay, I put a typo here, but hold on. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Okay, that's because there are no arguments here. So let me make sure here. Let me see my generate tickets. Yeah, the queue and the count. What's wrong? So I'm gonna have the queue and the count. Okay, I'm gonna have to comment this out here for now. I'll be back to it later. Let's even test this if it's don't know why it succeeded, but I'll come back to it later. Let me say I'm just rushing through it because of time, but I'll definitely come back to it Let me just let me say say a public say void say void, let me say rate negative, let me say negative tickets. Let me say kill, say ticketing, kill, right? New linked list. Oh, come on, man. I gotta seriously be careful with this. Put here an S here. Pretty sure it's gonna ask me to handle these interrupted exceptions. So let me just go ahead and handle that. Interrupted exception. System, right? Can't go wrong now this time. And let me generate tickets. Since I'm testing a negative, let me say, just say well, like -1. Oh man, this again. Hold on. So it's just not gonna work. Hold on. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like write it and comment it out and try to debug it later, but Q system. Why? Where's my Q? Why can't it though? Why can't it though? Why can't it though? You know what? Let me just write and I'll try to work on this later. Let me say, I think I would do like that, something like so true and I'll just say, oh no, let me I'm leaving this for feedback, trying to figure out why is it giving me incompatible. I just can't understand why right now. So I'll leave that as for feedback. Let me actually do one more in the last one here. Let me say test. Let's see public void. Let me test process, right? Let me say process, and I want to say DQ. I'm gonna say Q, say ticketing, and let me do this here. Q. Okay. Let me search. I'm gonna search that it does not. Let me say like does not throw. Let me say this. Let me say does not. Okay, and let me call the. Let's just make sure the name process tickets. All right, process tickets. Say. All right. Search. True. Say. Okay. Oh, let me fix this real quick here. It's closing brace, yeah, and opening brace and a closing brace. Let's see, emptier. Okay, I gotta figure out what's going on here. Cannot be converted to java.util.q. Why though? Like, what's going on? Wait, is there? So, what is going on here? See something here. See something here. So this is closing properly. That is closing properly. This is closing properly. That closes. This also closes. This also closes. So why is it? Let's see. Okay, that was nothing, I guess. Well, see that. I don't have that over here. See, this will fix. No, it didn't fix. It's not even letting me compile. Process tickets. Okay, I'm gonna have to. So I'm officially stuck here. Can't figure out why. What's with the queue? I'm gonna send that for feedback.